Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're well. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Michelle and I hope that you are going to enjoy all the personal development content that comes onto this channel. So today is a continuation of a YouTube series that we started a couple of weeks ago based on the video that I shared with you guys on side hustles, where we really opened up the fact that you can actually make YouTube a side hustle and make a bit of money from it. So I've been sharing with you guys a couple of videos from how to start a YouTube channel and how to get yourself monetized. And on today's video, we are going to be talking about the common fears that beginner YouTubers have. These guys are fears that I have had myself. These are fears that I've spoken to quite a couple of people and they've had, and these are fears that I also know that you possibly are having at the moment if you haven't started a YouTube channel, or if you've already started but it's just hard to kind of get past that hurdle. And my purpose for this video is for you to realize that it is normal. You're not stupid, you're not overthinking, you're not, getting in the way of yourself, but it is normal for you to have those things. However, what does separate the men from the boys is action. And for you to actually also realize that the people that move on and the people that actually build successful YouTube channels are people that just go ahead anyway despite the fear. So these are not people that are sitting there without the fear and feeling super confident, but these are people that are actually still struggling with it. So I hope that this video is going to be super fruitful for you. With that said, let's get to it. So the first one is, will people actually watch my videos? I must be very honest and let you know that this insecurity is definitely based on the fact that you have been watching quite a lot of established YouTubers and you are starting to doubt the value that you bring, maybe because you don't feel that you're outspoken enough, or you don't feel that you do have the right personality, or you just don't feel that people are going to really be able to watch your videos, mainly because possibly nobody knows you and you don't have the amount of following that you possibly think you need to actually start a YouTube channel. And how do you actually move on from this? You basically just start, guys, because there's only one way to find out if people are going to be able to watch your videos is you start, put them out and see if people are going to be able to. But if you've watched quite a number of videos that we've actually did on YouTube, you will realize that it is a long game. So you don't put a video out today and hope that today you get 10,000 views or 20,000 views or 200 views, but you put it today because, as we've always been saying, it is compounding. You might not get the views that you want today, but as you continue and as you are consistent, you will start getting the views and your channel will start growing the way that you want it to actually grow. Number two is, what if people don't like my personality? Or this is probably coupled with things like, am I enough? What if I'm not loud enough? What if I'm not likable enough? And guys, what I want you to realize as far as this is concerned is nobody likes everybody, and that's definitely just how you move past it. Look at your life and look at just all the people that you've encountered. Not everybody that you've met in life totally fell in love with you at first sight, so you need to realize that not everybody's going to like you. However, you just need to be able to just give it your all, be yourself, be all that you can be, and realize that sometimes you will not be everybody's cup of soup, and that is absolutely okay. But you have friends, you have people in your life that really love you and that are there for you all the time, and those people connect to you because of your personality. Number three is there a market for my niche? This is coupled with different questions like, maybe this niche or possibly the beauty niche is too saturated, or I don't know anybody that has done this before, will people like? You need to realize that this fear and this insecurity has been brought on the conversations that you've been listening to people talk about YouTube, and possibly people that are not on YouTube and do not have YouTube channels. Now, how do you move past these insecurities? The first one, you need to realize that no market is ever too saturated. Take the point that because there's a lot of people that are doing the same thing, you have got the opportunity to bring in that very same thing, but bring it differently, mainly because you've got a different personality, you've got a different offering, what you like is different, and you're totally different from the next YouTuber that does the same thing. So take it at that, and don't let the fact that there's 10 other YouTubers that are within your niche stop you. And this basically means that there's definitely enough market, because people are not sitting there saying, I only want to watch one beauty vlogger, or I only want to watch one personal development vlogger. People can subscribe to your channel and the next person's channel, mainly because they like your two different personalities and they get two different things from two different people. So do not hold yourself back because you think that this person's doing this, so therefore I won't be able to do it, or therefore this industry is so saturated. Get into it and work on it, and always try ask yourself, how are you bringing it differently than the other one, as far as like your personality, small little quirks, small little editing style. So don't let it hold you, because I know a lot of people get into conversations like everybody's starting a YouTube channel now and all those talks. If you let those things get to you, they are going to get to you to a point where you do not start. And I also want to say that take these insecurities and these things as part of also like starting a new project or starting a new business. It doesn't always have to apply to you starting a YouTube channel. So if you are not interested in starting a YouTube channel, that is absolutely okay, but you need to realize that these are fears and these are insecurities that a number of people have if they want to start possibly anything new that will generally bring them income. And also, sometimes people have this insecurity if they want to start something new. So personally, I had that insecurity when I wanted to start my YouTube channel, because one of the big things that I wanted to offer was personal development. And I kind of felt like personal development is something that is not too big in Africa, slash South Africa as well. Like, it's big in the States because you get your whole John Maxwell, your DMartinis, and all that. But I just felt like it's not something that a lot of people actually celebrate, that a lot of people embrace within this side. So I was a bit skeptical, because I felt like, will people actually enjoy my content, and will people actually see a need for this content? And guys, if I did not start, my channel wouldn't be where it is right now. So you need to realize that there's ultimately one way to find out of all these insecurities, is for you to just go ahead and start that channel. So if you're asking yourself, is there a market for my niche? Is there a market for me? You need to realize that there definitely is, because people are waiting for you as your personality. I am not the only YouTuber that does personal development. There's a number of amazing YouTubers that are in the same niche as me, but you will still subscribe to them and you will subscribe to me, mainly because you like our different personalities, you like our different offering in the same message, because we can both talk about the same thing but give you two different views out of it, because we are two different people that are offering possibly the same thing but are packaging it so differently. So that's something you need to be so mindful of if you are looking at starting that. And for those that want to start new niches, what you also need to realize is that the fact that you want to start something new that is not there means that there is a hunger for it. It means that there are a number of people that want to hear that content, that want to receive that content. That means that you need to be able to bring it forth. Now imagine if the first, let's say, South African YouTuber that really went big on a beauty content did not really start. So for instance, the first person that will come to my mind is Mihlali. Imagine if she did not actually get up and start and work onto her content. You don't realize that a lot of people that actually start open doors for many creators that eventually come after that. And maybe you might be the person that is bringing something new, completely new into the industry, that will be able to open doors. And if a lot of people are within a particular market slash niche, that definitely means that it has been proven that it works, and it should give you more energy and more inspiration for you to actually walk into it, because there's a number of people that are watching it, there's a number of people that are doing it, and you can just be part of the fraction. Number 4 is, will I be able to handle negative comments? Again, this also comes from the fear that if you are going to be starting a YouTube channel, you are putting yourself out there, you're relatively putting your life out there, and you're putting yourself out there for people to just tell you what they think about you, whether they like it or whether they don't. And how do you move past this? You need to realize that it is inevitable, and ultimately dogs bark at cars that are moving. But one thing I also want you to be very conscious of as you start is really be open to constructive criticism. And I think you can tell from someone's tone, and you can tell from the way that people are saying things whether this is constructive or it's meant to bring you down. But if it's constructive, definitely do take it in and definitely find ways that you can work, because as you begin, your audience will be able to tell you what they like. Your audience will be able to tell you how do they like things. Like for instance, for me, my audience only tells me the type of content that they enjoy on my channel, the type of content that they like. If I change a background, they'd be like, cool, we like that background. So I kind of know what they like, and for me, I take that more than anything as constructive criticism. However, there are people that will come onto your channel and they will say a little bit of mean things that they really could have just lived without saying, and there's nothing you can do with that. But YouTube also protects you from certain things like that. So if it's like spam or whatever it is, you can actually report it. But guys, it is inevitable. Like we said in the beginning, not everyone is going to like you, and you just need to move past that and really be able to create for the people that want the information that you want to create. So for instance, when I started my channel, I think it was actually in its growth phase, somebody sent me a DM on Instagram, and they told me how much they like all the content that I do, and everything that I say to them is so inspiring. And they ended the text by saying, but I just don't like the way that you speak. And I was just like, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do with that, you know. But the people that have been able to vibe with my content and have really gained value from my content are people that are not too concerned about whether or not my eyebrows look completely, whether or not I'm squint, or, you know, whether or not this, like, the smallest stuff. They're not worried about that. They are worried about the value that I am going to bring onto the content, and that's why they watch my videos. So when you kind of also get your why, it will eliminate a lot of things from you know, stressing you, a lot of anxieties, because you realize that you are creating a lot of content and you're creating creating content for a certain group of people. You're not creating content for everyone. You're creating content for a group of people that will enjoy it, and the people that don't will move along. It's like any store, guys. You realize that your regular customers don't have much to complain about if you're in business, but the people that definitely come in once in a while have a lot to say, because sometimes they're generally not the target market, and that is okay. But do not let that, get into. You need to be able to filter out all that information, be like, cool, I get it, I hear you. Unfortunately, I can't change the way that I speak, so if it just hinders you from watching my content, that is still okay. But there are people that identify with me, there are people that watch my content, and there are people that will definitely enjoy it. And one thing I just want to share is, while you're looking at a lot of other creators, realize that all those creators had to grow at some point. They just did not start with the best camera, they just did not start with the best makeup, they just did not start from the greatest point of view. You can actually go onto my channel and have a look at the first video I posted. It wasn't the best video, but I still carried on and I still was able to bring content because I was really passionate about what I wanted to bring on. And also, start taking other YouTubers as your colleagues more than competition. I think we make that mistake a lot, especially if they are within your niche. Take them as your colleagues and not as competition. It will help you learn from them quite a lot, and it will also help you approach them and ask for help whenever you need to. I have also been in a position where there were YouTubers that I really liked. There were YouTubers when I didn't even have numbers that I was really looking up to, local YouTubers, and I was, open enough to actually approaching them and say, cool, please check out my channel, let me know what you think, and they'll be able to give me advice. Those were, and those weren't. It's still fine, but I've always looked at all my other YouTubers as colleagues, as how can I work together with them, what can I learn from them. And if you just open up your eyes to that and realize that it's not a competition, it is not a race, we are all content creators and we all want to bring value to people. We either want to make people laugh, entertain them, inspire them, whatever the case is. In all the different ways that we do it, we still want to do one thing, which is make people better and produce those content. So these are my top 4 fears of starting a YouTube channel. These were possibly my biggest personally before I started my YouTube channel, and I just want to know, if you haven't started a YouTube channel or you're planning to start right now, what are your current fears? I think it would be so important for us to kind of share those. Hopefully somebody in the comment section will be able to identify with them, or possibly maybe give advice, or we can maybe do a part 2 of this if there's anything that I didn't cover. But most importantly, guys, what I want you to realize is that you just need to start at some point, and we've spoken about this multiple times. I've done a couple of videos on how to actually start a YouTube channel, or you just need to start putting yourself out there, because guys, I had those fears and I started, and I'm not as far as I want to be, but I'm moving and I'm grateful for that growth. But it's all because at some point I started, and that's exactly what you ultimately need to do to make sure that your channel succeeds. In closing, I just also want to let you know, I think sometimes we listen to what a lot of people say about the hate, about the judgment and everything else that comes on social media, and those things are so real. But I just want to let you guys know that if you, or more than anything, try create a community of people within your YouTube channels and within your social media platforms that really understand your heart and where you come from. Because even if the negative comments are going to come in, you do have that group of people that stand by you. And for me personally, with all my numbers growing, that those are the groups of people that have been able to give me strength, that I've been able to really speak out on my behalf, in conversations that I wasn't even there. But more than anything, I personally have received a lot of love. There has been a lot of negative people that have just come with their comments every now and then, but I've received a lot of love. I've received a lot of great feedback from people, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, I hope that this video has been really fruitful for you guys, and that you will go ahead and you start and you realize that you are absolutely normal for having these fears, and you just need to actually take that upon yourself and begin and start working on that channel, start working on that YouTube, because we want to watch more African content creators, and there's definitely still room for a lot of us to come in and for a lot of us to grow. There's a lot of people that want to watch content that relates with them. So if you've got a new offering, or if you've got something that's already there but you just want to bring it with a bit of flair, this is the time to definitely do that. So yeah, I hope you guys loved this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah.